Greetings. You're watching Septum Sen versus the World. I'm Septum Sen. I'm here with Kotobuki Jake, and we are here to show you what we got.
Stuff.
This was a great week for good movies, bad movies, and the like. We did not cover the Razzies this year, which is, it is a shame, but it is, what it is.
Yeah.
But
then again, the less said about the Emoji Movie, the better.
The Emoji Movie and 50 Shades were the two big ones. And
I think 50 Shades only won a single...
No, it got two.
Did it?
Yeah, it got the sequel as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And I got another one, and I can't remember what it was. And then, of course, Tyler Perry got... it got the actor award. It got the worst actor.
No, I thought that went
No, worst supporting actress. It went to that.
Right.
Yes,
that's what it was. Yes, Kim Basinger.
Yes.
Yes,
so,
but yes, Tyler Perry got worst actress.
Yeah, for the Medea Boo movie, Boo 2.
Yeah.
This week has been a big week. I'm not going to go over all the Oscar stuff I've watched because we went over it, and what you watched because we went over them in our Oscar video.
Well, more or less. We didn't really detail it.
I mean, we went over all the shorts that we saw. And
suffice it to say, in the last week, we both crammed in just about as many shorts as we could. I managed to also cram in 3 billboards, The Disaster Artist, Florida Project, Blade Runner 2049, and Shape of Water. So, yeah. Plus an episode each of Friends and Boardwalk Empire. Not much else viewing-wise.
Yeah, I mean, me, it's been all about the Oscars. I've tried to fit in a couple other things, but I just don't remember.
Yeah.
I did Nana a little while ago.
Yeah, I think you were done with that last week,
I can't remember what else. I watched Robot Chicken. I caught that up. I caught up to Family Guy. I watched the Partial Terms of Endearment and then Set 15, which is kind of sad because they just totally left out the episodes where they killed Brian. And that's what I hate about those sets, is that they just basically take random episodes and throw them on.
Yeah.
So you're not getting them in any... Well, like the first 2 you are getting in order, but after that they just start just throwing episodes on. And that's really sad because you don't get any like straight run of the series. And that's how they've been doing that with American Dad, too.
They do that so much with with animated shows. No, the early sets were mostly chronological, but later, like the Batman animated series, the classic series, the sets are not in order, and it's very annoying. But one other notable thing from this week, I'm not going to go into too much detail. There's some stuff going on with my family, and that's one of the reasons I didn't have much time for viewing. But partly as an outgrowth of this, a couple weeks ago I saw a short documentary by James Redford, the son of Robert Redford, called Resilience. It was very interesting. It was all about how childhood adversity affects adult health. There's you're probably familiar with the whole ACEs concept and all that stuff. So that was kind of what this is about. And he actually was the keynote speaker for a seminar held at one of the local colleges Wednesday. So I actually went to see that. And so that was kind of cool. It was a very interesting little seminar. And afterwards I got to speak with him and, to talk a little bit. I was like, I loved your work on this, but you know what? I'm really into environmental issues. What you got going on there? It was a brief little chat, but it was cool. And it's always cool when you get that kind of experience. So that was fun. And for those of you, if you get a chance to track down Resilience, it's worth a watch. You'll learn some stuff. I need to track down. He did another one called Paper Tigers. It's supposed to be really good, and he has one out right now on the whole clean energy thing. And I wanna track that one down to watch. But that was something a little different, but still overall related to the theme.
I did get to start another series earlier on in the week called Ragnarok, which is based off of a video game RPG. Mainly because the third set I found out is slightly broken and the disc is loose in the box, so I need to test it out. I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Also, last side note about the Academy Awards. Actually, it's not. I'm going to hold that, though I said that with the last video and I forgot to say it. Well, any case,
we got some stuff to talk about with the Academy.
Because I've got my pickups are Academy Awards themed because that's when it was. Playlist. I have put together a playlist with the 3. So if you guys missed it, our predictions as to what we thought was going to be nominated, our predictions about what was going to be won from the nominees, and finally our winner, the discussion of the actual winners. All of it, one nice little playlist. Check it out. I will leave the link below.
Check it out.
It will be it'll be worth seeing. The Rebel Gaming Club, before I forget, they hit 1,000 subscribers, which I guess means I don't have to worry about plugging their stuff anymore.
No, it just means it'll be better now when they plug our stuff.
Yeah, you see, so with the 1,000 subscribers, they finally have the opportunity to pull some money off of this. I really wish the best to them. I hope they make a mint, and then remember the little guys.
Remember me.
So, with that being said, check out the Rebel Gaming Club. They're worth it. They do some excellent production value on their videos. I'm still learning on mine, but we are doing our best what we can with the channel. I think you're working on the idea of doing some film reviews yourself.
Yeah, I filmed a couple, but I wasn't happy with my takes. Of course, as of this week, I'm back to working 2 jobs, so it's going to be harder to get those reshot, but I intend to do that soon. So hopefully, I'll do a couple. We'll see what you think. Yeah. If you think it's redundant for both of us to do film reviews, let us know. But if but most of the other stuff I really want to do is better as sort of a back and forth. So, or I think so. And it's our channel, so ha. But anyway, anytime you guys have ideas, by all means, let us know. Anyway, I guess are we about?
Yeah, one more item, and then we'll get ready to start. A lot of news for the channel, a lot of news for things. I've decided to change around my review format a little bit. Speaking of reviews, it seems like the ones that get the most hits are those that are more obscure for me. So I'm probably going to start, and each review takes a lot. I've got a review on Nana, the series, that I've already got filmed, I've already got edited, I just haven't put it up yet. That's going up this week. But that's going to be the last of the mainstream ones, if you call Nana mainstream. And everything else I'm going to try and put up are things that are a little bit lesser known. I'm going to try and bring some attention to either small filmmakers, or I'm going to try and bring some attention to things that just didn't get the attention it needed. This is what I'm going to go for. Whether they're good, bad, or ugly, that's what I'm going to do. So, with that being said, after you.
Okay. So, I'm actually going to reach all the way back to Black Friday for my first one. I actually have 2 of this year's Oscar winners waiting to be presented. So I thought I would lead off with those since, Oscars. Black Friday saw a handful of items go on sale actually the week before. I've already presented a couple. I believe that was when I got Sopranos, and I've already done my presentation. Geez, it feels like months ago at this point. Because I have such a stockpile. But I brought 2 tonight that they also were a handful of movies that were on Blu-ray for $5, which is a really good price for a Blu-ray, especially when it's a new or high-profile film. And one of them is now an Oscar winner for original screenplay. Jordan Peele's Get Out.
So good.
Which is a good movie. And I actually got it. I had seen it, I think, not more than a month before this sale happened. And so it was fresh in my mind, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to get it, and I'm going to watch it. And it's still sitting there waiting to be watched. But I do want to see it again. It is one that I didn't rave about it as much as some people did. But I did think it was a good movie. I was thrilled to see it get the love it got because it is a quote-unquote genre film. And quote-unquote genre films get too often stuck in the ghetto of genre and don't get the love that sometimes they deserve. Say no when you are offered tea. But yes. But anyway, good movie. Really good movie. Jordan Peele really deserved his Oscar for screenplay. It would have been great if he'd gotten director, but it was Guillermo's year, and this was his first film, Jordan Peele's first year as a director. So, first-time directors never get the Oscar. Yeah. Del Toro has years behind him, and many movies.
Well, he's paid his dues.
He has paid his dues. But if this is paying dues for Jordan Peele, he's got some good stuff coming up.
I mean, yeah. I have a feeling that if he keeps doing the way he's doing, he will get a Best Director eventually. Mm-hmm. So for me, I am going with all Oscar winners this time around. I'm starting off with a lesser one, not this year's, and that is a Gary Cooper collection.
Well, Gary Cooper wasn't up for anything this year?
No, I was surprised. It's the franchise collection. So it's got 5 movies on it. Design for a Living, Peter Ibsen, The General Died at Dawn, Boges,
I thought you spoke French.
and The Lives of a Bengal Lancer, which is our Oscar winner on this particular set. And as you can see, it opens up. You can see the general layout of this.
Pretty neat little set.
It's a pretty nice set. I had gotten it on Amazon a little while ago. It was relatively cheap. But you can see it's actually a fairly nice fold-out set. Each one going on individual discs. I was actually quite happy to get this set. Mm-hmm. It does get a good one, a good film.
Does it give the dates for the films?
I think it does on the bottom there, or it should.
I don't think it does on the back.
Surprising.
Huh.
But Gary Cooper is known for being one of Hollywood's early darlings, and he really did help bring this into the modern age. Mm-hmm. So,
and I'll admit, my own Gary Cooper collection is pretty weak. That would be a really good collection because I don't have any of those films. So next up, we're going to present simultaneously Coco. Yes, Remember Me is the winner for the original song and for animated feature. He has the Steelbook, which is awesome looking.
Best Buy Steelbook.
Cool. I got directly from Disney Movie Club. I probably paid more than he did. Bastard. This is a nice shiny edition too.
Yeah, it is. Oh, I'm not going to show that because that's my coat.
Now this one has already been viewed. I have already watched it. I've actually seen this twice in the past 2 weeks, so which makes it 3 times total. It is the best film of the year. I don't care what anyone else says. I think the people who can't understand that animation can rock.
The question is, did they have that Frozen short on there?
It does not. No, is it on yours?
I haven't looked.
It's not on. It's not on mine, as far as I can tell. This originally had a Frozen short called Olaf's Frozen Adventure that was cut from the runtime before I ever saw it in theaters, and apparently it has been cut from the film. My guess is maybe Disney is going to re-release it with whatever next project they have coming out.
Or maybe they'll just put a standalone. I've heard it's a very long.
It's like 22 minutes.
Yeah, so
it's like
it could be a standalone release.
Your typical Pixar shorts, like 5-6 minutes? Yeah, I think Lou was like 5 minutes.
I would rather have seen Lou paired with this.
Oh yeah,
than to have to get Cars 3 to pair.
Yes, Lou is paired with Cars 3, which again, Cars 3 would have been a better pick than Boss Baby. But Coco is now a double Oscar winner, and even though it was reigned in the categories of Best Picture, Production Design, Original Screenplay, and Original Score, And I continue to say that animation should dominate the editing categories. It still got 2 Oscars, so yeah. And it is a great film. It is one of Pixar's best films. It's up there with WALL-E. It might even be up there with Up. It is that good. So give the film a look if you haven't already, or just go ahead and pick it up. It's worth it.
Yeah, I think so. It was a good movie. I got to watch my copy earlier on. But, I like my Steelbook. I mean, Best Buy
that's
does release these exclusive Steelbooks. I don't know whether it's one of the ones that got rare or not. I never know these things. I guess I could eventually look up at eBay and find out, but I'm afraid to look. But this is going to be one of a couple I've ordered, because I've ordered Star Wars, and I've ordered, which I haven't seen, and I've ordered Justice League, which I haven't seen. The Justice League cover is awesome. It's hand-drawn. That's too bad it's not as awesome a movie.
I know. Man, if Justice League had been as awesome as Coco, Justice League, there would be no doubt that superhero movies can be awesome.
DC would have gotten a lot of stuff.
I think people would still be in shock.
Yes.
Even Wonder Woman wasn't that good. But Wonder Woman was great, and by DC standards, it was. But even that was nowhere near the level of the best films of the year.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I guess...
Yeah, your turn.
One of the reasons Coco did not get as much buzz as you would expect from a Pixar film, especially as you would expect from an awesome Pixar film. But one of the reasons why, I think, is that this was Guillermo's year, and a lot of people, rightly or wrongly, assumed that Coco ripped off Guillermo and his film, The Book of Life. This was also one of my pre-Black Friday pickups. I got this for $5 at Best Buy.
It is a good film.
It is a really, really good film. Yeah. Book of Life is a very different visual aesthetic. The characters look like wooden dolls. It's a very, very different visual aesthetic. There are a few similarities. They both revolve around the Mexican holiday Dia de Muerte. And they both feature a musician who is central and integral to the plot, who comes from a family that doesn't want him to be a musician.
Yeah.
In the case, so he has the cover that has more characters on it.
Does yours actually have it when you take the slip cover off?
No, it was
it's still the same cover.
Same cover. And I'm actually kind of annoyed.
Does it have any differences in the special features? You think?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe
looks the same.
It was just a re-release in the cover.
It is a re-release. It's like they did with Rio, where they have those really simple cover releases. Yeah, but anyway, in Coco, the main character is from a family that has banned music because his great-great-grandfather left, and they blame it on music. And they're shoemakers. In this one, the main character is from a family of bullfighters. Yeah. And it's not so much that music tore the family apart, it's just that you are a bullfighter. You should not be a silly guitarist. That sort of thing. Like the whole manly thing. Actually, the whole, if I remember correctly, mustaches feature prominently in this film. This is a sillier film, and it's not nearly as visually gorgeous as Coco. It got overlooked by Oscar. They did not... The group that nominated Boss Baby didn't see fit to nominate this film. It is a really good film. Really good. But it is a different creature from Coco. Yeah. And there is room in the world for 2 animated films about Dia del Muerte.
I mean, the movies do this all the time.
Yeah.
I mean...
like this year saw 3 separate, high-profile Churchill Dunkirk releases.
Yeah, exactly.
And who was saying that that Dunkirk ripped off Darkest Hour or vice versa? I mean, really. Now, granted, if they said
Crown did it first.
If they said Darkest Hour ripped off Churchill, which got almost no buzz when it came out, but it's supposedly still a good movie.
So when does Churchill take place?
I don't know precisely, but I think it's about roughly the same time.
Yeah.
Like the time frame of Darkest Hour is basically the run up to Dunkirk. I mean, that's pretty much it. From when Churchill takes over to, that's pretty much it. But anyway, so the point is, both awesome movies. I do not believe this one ripped this one off. It probably borrowed a little bit, but both excellent, worth watching. And I may end up trying to watch them together at some point. Maybe this year's Dia de Muerte, I'll do a little marathon.
So I'm getting away from this year's winners for a moment again. When we add Muhammad Ali, when we were kings, which is the untold story of the Rumble in the Jungle. This was Oscar winning. I believe it was documentary feature, maybe?
Well, it looks like it.
Yeah. I got this really cheaply. I think it was like $1. So I wanted to see it. My father was always big into boxing. So we got to actually see, oh gosh, what was
He's
it?
a man of surprising hobbies.
We got to see, he was heavyweight champion for like that long. It was after Tyson's time. Razor Ruddock, I can't think of his name.
Oh.
It's been so long since I've cared.
Not a big boxing.
It's been so long since I've cared, but it's one of those things. My father used to take me to like pay-per-view events. It was really something. So it's good to see these types of films.
You reminded me, one of the people left off the in memoriam who might have been a logical choice.
Yeah,
Jake LaMotta.
huh.
The inspiration for Raging Bull. He was one of the people who passed last year. But anyway, getting away entirely from Oscar films for a little bit.
That should have been nominated.
It should have been, but I don't think most Americans had ever heard of it at that point in time. And I don't know if it's still gotten a theatrical release here. So we have spoken before on this channel. We've spoken before on this channel about a particular series from the 80s that is very, 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 very rare and hard to get.
Yep.
And this particular movie is very, very, very rare and hard to get. But Discotheque has dipped their toe in the waters with the release of Orissa, Beautiful Dreamer. And I hope they will continue and put the rest of the series out. It is near impossible to get. This collection that he has is near impossible to get.
Yeah.
I have bits and pieces of it, but I do not have this movie. Well, now I do, but it's a different edition.
You see, now, as you can see, it's movie 2.
Yes.
Movie 2
They started with movie 2.
6.
Yeah.
So, just in case you want to see them, 1, Only You, then Beautiful Dreamer, which you've got such a lovely one there. Probably better, now you probably do have better special features on
Now this aired, I think, in the 84, 85, so who knows what it'll look like on Blu-ray, but
probably look good. They can clean it up pretty well.
Probably.
I mean, I've got here digitally remastered, art gallery, original Japanese trailers, both the first movie and the second movie's trailer, and it has both English and Japanese, and the English dub is terrible.
I think it's pretty close in terms of overall features.
So you got about the same?
Pretty much.
And you got this one here, Remember My Love.
I think I might have that one.
I say you have more than one of these movies, don't you?
I'm almost sure I have the fifth one, but I can't.
Lum Thee Forever.
Yeah. Lum the Forever, yes. You gotta love those titles.
I would say it's almost a bootleg, but it's not.
No.
The Final Chapter.
Yes.
But not the final movie.
No.
The final movie is always my darling.
Mm-hmm.
So
basically, for those of you who have no idea what we're looking at, Lum Invader is sort of the prototypical clingy alien princess that
prototypical.
she kind of is in a lot of ways. She's a Rumiko Takahashi character. Takahashi recycled a lot of her character traits, and this is also the prototype for Shampoo for Momo and Half.
Yeah.
But she really is the alien princess who hooks up with a guy who does not deserve a beautiful alien princess. Luckily, she has a fiery hot temper and can shoot electricity. And Ataru is frequently fried. Again and again and again and again and again. And that's kind of the gist of it. The show is all about their misadventures and the crazy people and aliens that they meet. And that's really it. It's 50... How many episodes? 150? Something like 150 episodes, about 8 OVAs, about 6 movies of pure nonsense mostly. But it's fun. And in small doses, it's a lot of fun. And I really hope the whole show finally gets released here, but I am thrilled to finally have this movie at least.
I'm trying to see if it has the episode number on the last disc. By the way, this is probably one of the most...
each disc is approximately 4 episodes.
About 50 minutes. So this is about 2 episodes worth.
Okay.
But
the earlier ones were 4 episodes, so maybe they cut the number, which is sad because this disc here,
it's one of the most expensive.
It sells for like $200 or $300 for 2 episodes.
Though it has an excellent little special feature at the end where it shows the company producing this. We're done! We're done! Running around to the different people.
Until they make the movies. Which most of the movies did come out after the series, by I think 4 to 5 years later.
And the OVA sets can still be found fairly cheap.
Well, like I said, I got the whole OVA collection for about $25, but...
So
it's
going back to award winners, and going back to this year's award winner, I got 2 big ones.
2 that I want to get.
I'm going to hold that one until last. So this one didn't win as many. Actually, no, I think it won about even with the other one.
It won 2 awards.
And this one was the best actor, and what was the other one?
Makeup.
Best makeup, which was The Darkest Hour. Actually, you can see the best actor and the best makeup right there on the cover. We were talking about Darkest Hour a little bit earlier. I had to get some of these. I started out this thing without seeing a single Best Picture nominee.
No, I think you had seen Get Out.
Okay. Without saying... I didn't see... all but 1 Best Picture nominee, and I had a total of 3. I think we counted on the original, the original one when we were talking about
something
those.
like that.
And I was like, okay, I gotta fix this. So when these came out, I knew these were winning awards. I knew Gary Oldman was going to get Best Actor, and I knew it was going to the Best Makeup. Much more so that Gary Oldman was going to win Best Actor. So I was like, yeah, I gotta get this. I'm glad to have it. There's not a lot with it, bonus feature-wise. I mean, it's Into Darkest Hour, Gary Oldman becoming Churchill, so it talks about the makeup and all of that, and a commentary with the director. But, so not a lot going with it, but still...
Please.
Meow. Yes, it's alright, cat. It's alright.
Alright.
Yep, and
you all set?
Good, yep.
Okay. And skipping back a couple of
That one
years,
should definitely have won an Oscar.
this one, it did. It won a couple.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
But it was reamed in one category, and I'll get to that in a minute. But one of my actual Black Friday pickups, and I decided to end with this one because this was a long time coming for my collection, and I actually am regretting having gone ahead and got it because I'm sure Criterion will put it out pretty soon.
Yeah.
I'm shocked they didn't right away because they love Wes Anderson.
Look what they did with Fantastic Mr. Fox,
like Mr. Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yes.
Is this a new one I've never heard of?
what was it? The one with Bill Murray.
The one with Bill Murray?
Okay, you're right. The one that starred him in the lead role, though.
Rushmore?
Not Rushmore.
Lead role.
The one that was based off of the Zuso. No.
Life Aquatic.
Yeah, Life. Yeah, that one got Criterion. That was its first release.
So, in case you're wondering, The one Wes Anderson film that I don't think has a Criterion release yet, shockingly, is The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yep.
Now, this is a film that when I first heard of it, I said, I'm going to see that movie. Look at this. Wes Anderson film. Ray Fine, F. Murray Abraham, Mathieu Amalric, Adrian Brody, Willem Dafoe, Jeff Goldblum, Harvey Keitel, Jude Law, Bill Murray, Edward Norton, Saoirse Ronan, Jason Schwartzman, Lea Seydoux, Tilda Swinton, Tom Wilkinson, Owen Wilson, and introducing Tony Revolori. That is a cast.
Yeah.
And most of them do really good. Now, granted, a couple of them, like Bill Murray and Bob Balaban, who wasn't mentioned there, have little more than cameos in the film, or are
But
cameos.
they're fun parts.
They are fun parts. This film was up for a bunch of Oscars. It won original score for Alexandre Desplat, who won again this year for Shape of Water. If you're going to win 2 Oscars, those are some good ones to win for. And I think it won, maybe 2 other awards?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Anderson won a screenplay award for this one.
Yeah.
Or did it lose to Birdman? This one was neck and neck with Birdman with a bunch of stuff.
Birdman won. I know actor did not go to Birdman, which was that. Yeah.
Actor narrowly missed it for Birdman. But that is the part where I'm very perturbed. Ray Fine got robbed. He should have been up for Best Actor for this one. I still would have gone for Michael Keaton for Birdman, but Ray Fine did so good in this movie. Walking the line between comedy and going totally over the top without going totally over the top. That takes some doing. And Fine is a brilliant actor. He's an underrated comedic actor. And he did a really good job in this one. And, a good example of either his skill or Wes Anderson's skill, or they're working together. If you do want to see him lose control and go over the top, you can watch the much lesser movie, A Bigger Splash. Mm-hmm. This is definitely the better one to watch, though. But this is one I've wanted for a long time, and I held off mainly because I wanted that special edition. But when I saw it for $4, I couldn't pass it up.
I got the one with the slipcover.
Yeah. And for $4, for $4,
that's a great deal.
I can justify spending $20 to get it on Criterion later. But for now, it's there.
And I think it's a good thing that they're waiting on Criterion, because they can actually build up some good special features.
As we said earlier, The Life Aquatic was immediately released on Criterion.
So was Fantastic Mr. Fox.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't?
No, they held that one for a while.
When did that?
They held that one for a while. Darjeeling Limited, they immediately did on Criterion. And I feel like they immediately did Royal Tenenbaums, but then they came back with a better version. Am I remembering that correctly?
The Royal Tenenbaums one was the definitive release for the longest time.
Okay, so they actually did do some effort on that one. But Zissou and Darjeeling Limited, they basically were just regular special edition movies. They didn't deserve to be Criterion. Not because they didn't deserve it. I mean, just the Criterion release was not up to the brand, really. But I'm glad they're now holding Anderson's. I don't expect them to do Isle of Dogs immediately upon its release.
Speaking of which, end of month.
End of month. Looking forward to it. Anderson's films are not for everybody, but I like them. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, they are. It is worth. It really is worth getting. A lot of these. I mean, I really do want to get the Fantastic Mr. Fox Criterion. I did not get that. I was sad to not get it, but that Wes Anderson. I have not disliked any of his films. Though Steve Zissou Life Aquatic was the disappointing, least, in my opinion.
It was disappointing. Yeah.
So last, but definitely not least.
No, definitely not.
We have a winner of 2 big awards for acting, Best Actress and Best Supporting Actor, for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. You've actually got an excellent cast and excellent nominees. You got Woody Harrelson, also nominee, Sam Rockwell, winner, and Frances McDormand, also winner. And on this, not only do we have this, but as the special features, I get an Oscar-winning short film called Six Shooter.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't see that.
Yep.
Academy Award winning. Oh, Martin McDonagh did a... Oh.
Yep, called Six Shooter. Of course, that shows you how much we've actually paid attention to the short films after a while.
Well, and McDonagh, I basically started paying attention to him. He was up for an Oscar for original screenplay for In Bruges, and I've seen his last three features, but I didn't realize he had an Oscar-winning short, so I'll have to look into that.
So this, by the way, great film. I can't recommend it more, but definitely get something to bring your hopes up afterwards. It's not really that uplifting a film.
And also, a couple things to be aware of with McDonagh. One, he likes films about messy, complicated people, and he likes messy, complicated stories. Every character you like will not meet a happy ending. Some of them you like will not. Some of them you don't like might get a happy ending.
Yeah.
And he uses a lot of language in his films. So that can be a turnoff for some people. I know when I started watching In Bruges the first time, I got a lecture from people about, why are you watching that? And I love the movie, but I will tell you this. He was overlooked for Seven Psychopaths. He was overlooked. The one scene where a guy pulls a gun on Christopher Walken is one of Christopher Walken's shining moments of the past 10 years.
Yeah.
But also, the cast of this one, not just Sam Rockwell, Woody Harrelson, Jelko Ivanek, and Abby Cornish are all holdovers from Seven Psychopaths. And honestly, Rockwell was as good or better in that film. So that was kind of an interesting... I like it when directors get good results from using a lot of... this is the first time he's worked with McDormand.
Yeah.
Another completely random thing talking about cast, Caleb Landry Jones featured in this one and Florida Project and worked opposite two of the supporting actor nominees.
That's actually pretty cool, actually. And, you would hope for Florida Project to win that one, but
not to mention Lucas Hedges, who was in both Three Billboards and Lady Bird, so he got screen time with a couple of the actress nominees too. But and last year's Oscar nominee, no doubt. Yeah,
most definitely.
Yep.
So hopefully we will see you again.
Yes.
We've
run out of steam.
The actual thing I was going to say when I've teased this in the other videos earlier in the week is we're going to get back to our regular schedule, which is doing pickups on Monday. Award season is, for the time being, is over for us. So we will be back to normal. We'll be doing pickups on Mondays.
Relatively speaking.
The new releases remain on Tuesdays. And we're going to try and do something ever so often on a Wednesday, a nice little vloggy thing, not as long. Our next one upcoming is going to be 3 films from our collections that we hate or strongly dislike. One of those two. Matter of fact, that's how I'm going to name it. 3 films from our collections that we hate, with the little parentheses, or strongly dislike.
Well, you'll have no trouble picking 3 you hate.
I've got at least one that I know is going to be there.
I can think of at least one offhand.
So,
actually, Watch Mojo just put up a video of 10 worst Oscar-winning or nominated films. I have at least one of those in my collection. Actually, I have a couple in my collection, but one of them is one of the 3 films I hate.
So, we shall see you with something fun next time.
Yes.
Bye.